Oh, what's happening, everybody? Oh, Ma. You're going to bed now? Well, okay, Damien. Good to see you, though. Thanks for stopping in. That map is the greater Grand Rapids area. Made in 94. It's about 5 feet by 5 feet, and it literally has every street name, every golf course. It's pretty neat. Railroad tracks. Rabbi Doug? No. That is not the Star of David. That's the Dodge Brothers logo. It's the two deltas overlaid over each other. The Greek sign delta is a triangle. All right, 1 second. Oh, yes. There. It's currently 6 degrees outside, kiddies. The weather was rather cold today. Drifting, blowing snow. Yes, the old Dodge, exactly. That is porcelain on steel also. And then, Damien, the plates from 1910 all the way down here, 1913 to 1914, the red and whites, those are porcelain on steel also. And then from 1915 down, those are stamped steel, but the little medallion is a pewter seal of the state Michigan seal. Yeah, the weather, it's been snowing for the past few days. I've got a few things. I'm going to be pulling out more of the license plates. I've got the up into the 20s also. I've got plates all the way up to 1979, but I have limited wall space here, but I'm going to be pulling out more of the older plates. Hey, thanks. I got you guys haven't even seen a fraction of the stuff that I've got. Remember, it's not hoarding if your stuff's cool. Oh, excellent news. I went to Jersey Mike's yesterday and they sell jars of their pepper relish, and you know I bought one. Oh, yeah, that is good stuff. That is good stuff. I haven't been in Jersey Mike's, so there is Jersey Mike's around, but not, there used to be, no, that was Jersey Devil, right? There's a store down the road from me that had a Jersey Devil subs in it for about 15 minutes. And those were good subs. Yeah, that pepper relish is pretty good. My name is Doug, aka Dougster. Jersey Mike's is my favorite subs. Nice. There is a little sub chain around here. I think it's local. I don't know, but it's called Boardwalk subs. And those are pretty good. Those are really good. Oh, preach the gospel, brother Damien. Preach the gospel. Yes. Penn Station is pretty good, but you're gonna pay for Penn Station, my friend. Homemade subs are best. Old McDonald hit the nail on the head. Yep, Jersey subs. Yep. A guy I watch, old Two Stroker, he talks about some deli that him and his buddies go to. That's just they'll tell you right out front, it's expensive as all can be, but it's good. Ma. It's funny, actually, before the large company our um bought our company, we actually had to follow kosher guidelines, and we actually would have a rabbi come in twice a year to tour our facility just to oversee everything and make sure that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I and on the kosher side of things. Would you rather have chainsaw hands or skis for feet? I think I'd rather have skis for feet because that would be a lot more useful than chainsaw hands. Then everyone would have to call me Edward Chainsaw Hands, and I don't know. That just doesn't. Yeah, skis for feet would be pretty cool. I could water ski. I could do. The chainsaw. mm. You have plantar fasciitis. Okay, Damien, if you do proper stretches, you can get around the plantar fasciitis. I had it and I started doing stretches. You can look them up here on the old lube tube and start doing proper stretches, and you can get rid of that plantar fasciitis. And I'm living proof. I did it. And brother, I feel your pain. That stuff sucks. It hurts. I will exchange him for spring feet. Oh yeah, I could see you now. You'd be like Inspector Gadget. You'd be like, I need to get up to the top of that shelf. Go, go, Gadget legs. Boing. Yeah, I did. I stretched. I used the proper stretches and everything. And basically, what it is the back of your leg is too tight. If you can loosen up the back of your leg muscles, then you can actually make your plantar fasciitis go away. Yeah, look up the stretches. Yeah, it hurts like all get out. But yeah, the stretches do work. And don't get I didn't have to use any of the implants or any of that stuff to or the whatever they are for your feet. I didn't use that. I just did stretches and it worked. Cuboid. Yeah, I've had my cuboid pissed off at me too, and that's no fun. Chainsaw hands would only lead to bomb lumberjack jobs. Ski feet would lead to a lot of hard walk. No, you just get something motorized and just drag yourself around everywhere on your skis. You can defend yourself. Yeah, chiropractic. I do recommend chiropractic, but be careful about what chiropractor you go to because there's two kinds of chiropractors. The ones that are actually legitimately there to help you and make you feel better, and the other ones that only want to dip their hands into your wallet. So I call those milkers. So definitely be careful. You might have to kiss a few frogs before you finally find a prince. So that's what happened to me. I got screwed by my first chiropractor. He was only after my money. He got me feeling just good enough to, and then I had to buy a package, and it was just insanely priced. And then I had enough of him, and I went and found another chiropractor that actually cares about me and my health, and haven't looked back. So, I want a hammer drill for a dot 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 dot. If I had chainsaw hands, I would learn to walk on my hands. Start the saws and zing away. Job insurance don't like chiropractic. Okay. My job's insurance pays pays for a portion of my chiropractic, because it was like $45 without insurance, and it's like 28.50 or something like that with insurance. So I mean, it's not a substantial savings, but it's less money. How about chainsaw hands and ski feet? You're in snow or ice, just put your hands behind your butt, steer with your feet. This has actually been a pretty good topic. Good idea. That may be your human snowmobile. No package deals. Call if they don't have. Yeah, I agree with what Ma's saying. Is no package deals, because like the chiropractor I go to, the office is really nice, but it's kind of on the, no offense to them because they're wonderful, but it's kind of on the plain side. But the last chiropractor I went, the one that sold me the package deal, it's really nice in there, and they got nice carpet in there and really awesome furniture, and there's this really awesome fish tank in there and saltwater fish. See where I'm going here? Somebody had to pay for that. That's you. Ski foresting. Chrome won't get you home, but black will get you back. Yeah, but chrome looks so good though. Until you have to clean it. That's one of the reasons why I like my Valkyrie motorcycle. It has just enough chrome. But some guys just go chrome crazy on their motorcycles, and that's fine and good till you got to maintain said chrome. And when you've got chrome everything, that means it gets water spotted, it looks dirty, and all that other stuff. And nah, take good care of what I got, but I don't want to over chrome a motorcycle. Old street riders had a saying: if you can't make it fast, chrome it. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of see the logic behind it, but Damien, nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. Look into them stretches, man. You can get around this. As much as it sucks, you can get around it. I promise. I did. Be Batman or a man with a bat? I'll be the man with a bat. Listen to me, you son of a buck. Me and Mr. Louisville Slugger have something to say. Remember the Running Man and Buzzsaw? Yes. Yeah, Running Man was good. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was running for governor of California, he actually was using the movie title Running Man for part of his campaign. It makes no sense. Otherwise, I'd be Chrome. Chrome! Oh, yeah, Running Man. There was the opera guy, the singing guy. There was, yeah, Running Man was actually a neat movie. Oh, Unfinished Project, what's going on? Book 'em, Dano. Why in the hell did the old guy in the Black Fury have that raccoon cage and then rabbits in the trunk of his car? Oh, you're talking about Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Yeah, because he was crazy out of his mind. That's why. Yeah, that's what you need, is somebody who's whacked out of their gourd crazy, wielding a lead propulsion device and rolled the car. Nothing bad can happen here. You're Chrome, you'd be mistaken for a Cylon. Resemble a can of spray paint? Okay. There was a guy many years ago, and he would set up huge canvases like at an airport, and they would take a jet and they would fire up the engine and let it get under thrust, and then he would take paint and he'd fling it into the jet stream, and then it would get flung um onto the canvas, and that was art. With a loose marble inside. Kim Fixes Things is here. Welcome, Kim. Tuesday nights, Kim and Buff do their live streams, and always a good time. And Tuesdays, they're in the office, and they do a themed show. I don't know what today's or tomorrow's theme is, but last week was tuna boat cars, the big old land barges. Like a 1960 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. For the quarter panel from the inside of the door jamb to the end of the welcome, Dano. Start an hour later this week, okay? But a 60 Coupe de Ville, the inside of the door jamb to the tail light, the quarter panel was 10 foot long. So imagine the dies that they needed to stamp that ginormous sheet of steel. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised that was seamed in some way, but still, that's a lot of sheet metal. It's all good. It's so cold, all the animal around are building igloos. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the single digits. I think it was 6 degrees when I checked earlier, down from a balmy 8. Man, the roads are all covered in snow and ice, and visibility was really crappy. Usually it takes me like 40 minutes to get to work. It took me an hour and 15 to get into it, but I made it just fine. Took the back road, stayed off the expressway. Oh, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 C. Yeah, that's nice and warm. That's not anywhere near that here. It's so cold that the witches are going for all this. Their brass brows just can't handle it, man. Ah, looking for auroras over tonight. Have to ask Buff on the topic. Roadsters? Ooh, roadsters are cool. Now, are we talking about custom roadsters, or are we talking about like the actual roadsters, like a massive solar storm? Yeah, performing an operation where I have to constantly remind myself how much I love working on vehicles. Yes. Remember, this is fun and relaxing. You like doing this. Main Street Mopar, what's going on? Nice. Okay. Ah, Dino, what's happening? Major geomagnetic storm hitting us. Yeah, the Aurora Borealis. That stuff's way cool, man. Oh man, look at all them Bud the Spuds. This is no Solar Storm. Solar Storm. Never heard of them. Their machines. I'm sure they are great. Kim, it's in single digits here. Let me check. I think it's like 9. No, 6. Yeah, 6 whole degrees. Yeah. It's so cold. The auroras are freezing and falling to the ground. uh, oh, kids, there was a huge pileup on I-96, which is one of the expressways by us, over by Hudsonville. There was over 100 vehicles piled up on the expressway. That happens every so often around here, and it's not good. They were showing on the news pictures of it, and man, it's bad. And it takes them days to get those cleaned out because the tow trucks have to come and fish everything out. And Inspector Bruce, welcome. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit in Roxburgh Central on Otago. Okay. The whiteouts were horrible. Yes, they were. They were horrible today. So, like, everyone was running on the 2-lane blacktops like 45. That was safe speed. Other than that, because of the visibility, no, you didn't dare run any faster when you got into the whiteouts. And today, on the way home, some jackass was in a Mercedes and they're driving in the middle of the road because you can't even see. You know where the road is, but you can't see where the lines are or anything. This jackass is driving in a Mercedes at like 20 miles an hour in the middle of the road, literally center of the road. And then people are behind him, and he's got his flashers on, and people try to pass him, and he keeps trying to block the cars. He's actually getting over to the left as people try to pass. He's trying to block us from passing him. Like, why? Yeah, the whiteouts were horrible. Barky, what's happening? So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But other than that, it was just slow and easy wins the race. Yeah, I stay off the highway because people like it doesn't matter how good or bad the roads are. People, it looked like a giant pinball game. It was worse than that. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad because they did a drone flyover of the accident, and it looked like something out of a horror movie. No, I'm drinking though. Drinking uh dihydrogen monoxide. I should listen to the Pretenders while driving on the snow. Why? Because they're special? So special. Oh, come on now. I'm doing the road. Hey, Dr. G, what's going on? Actually, that guy in the Mercedes, he was listening to the Beatles. And he was listening to the Beatles where, why don't we do it in the road? Book him, Dano. Or just book him in general. Blue Wrench Brigade? I I like my truck a lot more than that. There are super sleepers though that do have little bathrooms in it, flushable toilet and everything, holding tank just like an RV. Some of those super sleepers are the coolest things ever. They got a little stove in them, they got a little microwave in them, they got satellite dish, they got a love seat, they got a bigger bed than most sleepers have. They're pretty. I mean, there are truck drivers that do not have an actual address or actual home. Wherever they set the air brakes in their rig, they're home. It led me down the river today. I was singing a Talking Heads song. That's what I was just thinking. That's a good song, actually. I like Talking Heads. Hey everyone, good to see everyone hanging out with the Dougster. That's right, Dr. G. Appreciate you stopping in, spending some time with us. Nice. All right, I'm gonna freshen my drink. Yeah, back. Oh, Indecisive Tim, what's happening? Howdy, all. I drove to West Branch at 10 a.m. this morning and decided to stay off the interstate. Amen to that. Unbeknownst to me, there was a large pileup and I missed it. Tim, over by Hudsonville, over by me, there was a 100 vehicle plus pile up. It was bad. So I can only imagine what that one was like too, Tim. So yeah, 'tis the season. The weather's nasty around. Be safe out there, please. Oh yeah. The 222 area had a big pile up. Yeah. Not cool. Now, what I don't understand is on the expressway, especially, it doesn't matter if the roads are good or the roads are bad. You've always got that one person that needs to drive 350,000 miles an hour on ice and snow and slippery. And how you don't see them, how they don't wad up the car is beyond me. And it's just, I don't get it. No brain, no pain, I guess. All right, there's that. And there. I think I like a lot of Talking Heads tunes, but I think one of my favorites is Psycho Killer. That's one that's in my head all the time. There we go. sure like this desk. This was in my basement for the whole time since we moved here, and I had an old defunct window shaker air conditioner on top of it, and I got to get rid of that. So this spring I'll probably turn that in for scrap, and then brought the desk up here, and it's just like a plywood top. It's an old computer desk with a lowered spot like where your keyboard would go. Braden, what's happening? And the moisture's gotten to it, and the actual wood is splitting like that. But hey, it still works as a desk. So, and it was free. Well, it cost us the price of the house. It's okay to be equipped with a turbine, CO33, or as call it in Michigan, a turbine. No, I say turbine car, not a turbine car. Yeah, I'd love to own a turbine car, but those are expensive. Plus, it's near impossible to get parts for it. I remember seeing a step-side Chevy pickup with an Arctic Cat LT Gray in the back, and think they called the combination Ice Patrol or Snow Patrol. They had a cool model, very Michigan, yes. A friend of mine and I used to play around. He had two LT Grays. He had a 77 LT Gray, 5,000. Yeah, he had a 77 LT Gray 5,000, which was an air-cooled 500 twin. Yeah, air-cooled 500 twin. And then he had a 1980 LT Gray 6,000, and that had a liquid-cooled 500 twin. And that, all right, we got mechs. What's happening, my friend? How are I've been traveling around. Yeah, the 80 LT Gray was when it ran fast and it ran strong, but it always was breaking down. The 77 LT Gray, that thing was like a Swiss watch. It was slow, but it lit up first time, every time, got you around. So as long as you didn't want to go break any speed records with the 77. So yeah, I half agree with their junk. I had a 80 LT Gray and used to race stock oval with it. Cool. We are home, and I want to thank everyone who joined us on the adventure. Thanks for bringing us along. I'm glad you made it home safe. That's the most important part, is you made it home safe. Good. I've always wondered how many vehicles lay at the bottom of the Ogomack in Houghton Lake. Well, a lot of times, if they are aware of it, the DNR makes them go down and fish them out. That is, if they know about it. Where did you see the Snowmobile World Championships this weekend at Eagle River, Wisconsin? No, I didn't see there were Snowmobile World Championships. That sounds pretty cool, though. This is Ecstasy. Hi, babe. This actually didn't dispose of the... The 80 needed a clutch update kit like the 81. 81 was first stock sled that hit 100 on radar. Wow. Popped a couple times. We came to town and left the truck with a buddy to do the alignment and stuff first before we start the paint. Oh, it's going to get painted. Nice. Faith, what's happening? Friend of mine and my father's, he went to the great garage in the sky, and he was a hardcore vintage snowmobile guy, and he had like 3 or 4 Polaris TX 440s that were just nice. And those all the sleds are going to his son, which what's up, Dark Horse? Thanks. I drove my 9-axle semi from Grand Rapids to Detroit at 70 miles an hour in a bad snowstorm, and a car tried to pass me. He didn't make it. I didn't feel bad. Ari, what's going on? Let's get a rundown on the license plates back there. All right, Lifetime, give me 1 second. I'm doing all right. Excellent. TX 440s were sweets. Dr. G, all of this guy's TX's 440s were just mint. He prided himself on how nice his TXs were. Ari, good to see you, my friend. Okay, so rundown on the license plates. These are all Michigan license plates. And we're starting with, at the top is actually that's an Arizona copper license plate from 1932. And the numbers aren't embossed outward, they're inward. So I could take that plate, lay it flat, and run a marble through the number. But 1910 is the first license plate actually issued by the state of Michigan, and those are porcelain on steel. So we've got Michigan 1910. The black and whites are 1911. The yellow on black is 1912. Green and white is 1913. These two right here are a matched pair. They came as pairs, so those are actually a matched pair. And then that's 1913 all the way down. And then up here, 1914, and these are 4 digits, and that's a 4 digit, and that's a 4 digit. 4 digits are lower the numbers, the more rare they are. So they made 1 digits, but if you had those, you'd be like those are hard to find. But then the next series is 1915 license plate. That's a stamped steel plate. These are porcelain on steel like a bathtub. This is a flat plate. And those are pewter seals. That's the state of Michigan. And that's what you see here. That's the state of Michigan seal also. So 1915, 1916, 1917. On that one, see, it's 5548M. M is a manufacturer plate. So some auto manufacturer in 1917 had that on one of their cars. That's what M stands for when it ends like that. A pair of 1918s, and then on the bottom are 1919s. I've got way more, but those are the ones that I pulled out and put up on the wall. And then that is a porcelain on steel reproduction of the Dodge Brothers logo. Found a blue California license plate here. Those are cool plates. Blue field, yellow numbers. Yeah. I don't have a lot in the I got a lot of Michigan plates. I got a few other states, but mainly I collect Michigan license plates. Hulkamania's running wild with the Dougster, brother. Hulk Hogan, what's going on? I see the look in your eye, Hulk Hogan. Ooh, pink grapefruit juice. I do like grapefruit juice. No, that is actually the that is not the Star of David or the whatever that is. It is actually the Greek sign of Delta, the Dodge brothers and the 2 D's. Well, if you look up the Greek emblem or the Greek sign for Delta, and it's a triangle. So those are the 2 triangles overlaid each other, and if you notice, they're interlaced, and that is not the Star of David or what he said. That is basically that is for the Dodge brothers, the 2 deltas. 99 Dodge Ram Charger. Nice. Book 'em, Dano. My day's going good. How about yours, Faith? Thanks, Ma. Blue Ranch Brigade. We got the Flintstones microwave oven. Cursed at Kitchener delivered. Ray yay yay. Got the moon. Those refrigerator. Ah. Money for nothing and the checks for free. Look at that. Look at that. They're kind enough to take their subscribers for the cool cross-country cruising. Saw a few tagging along, fun stuff. That was fun and cool. Of course she is, Braden. She's the sexiest woman I know. Why do you think I'm with her? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we could keep you guys company. Sometimes the road can be can just, I don't know, something about long distance driving that kind of wears on you after a while. I mean, I love to drive, but there are some times when you just like, man, I wish I could just get out of this car. I don't want to do this no more. The only children that we have, Faith, have fur and four paws. We don't have any kids. I'm glad it was a Ram Charger, not a VW Beetle. Yeah, there's a lot more room, a lot more room to stretch out in the yeah, I do enjoy to drive, but there are very few times when I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of the vehicle. But yeah, I do enjoy to drive. Guys, don't take a spunky and intelligent woman to be your friend. Ask her to be your wife instead. Ah. Well, hey Ari, can you undo the timeout on Braden? Intelligent women always run from me. uh, they normally do too, but uh, but what's happening? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Mex was cruising along the expressways across the Mexican countryside. It was kind of cool to see the terrain. It's pretty out there, really pretty. 40 wives? No thanks. Welcome, Dano. When we had service, yeah. No, you took him out for another 10, Ari. Oh, how cold? It's single digits. It's like 6 degrees, Braden. It was blustery and windy and a lot of whiteouts and yeah, it was actually pretty nasty today. Did they move Autorama back to January again? I think it's in March. Cold as frig. Yes, cold as frig for sure. 25 per 25 below. As a matter of fact, it's not there's not Pepsi or coffee in it. It's just yeah, tequila. No, it's just water. Water tonight. But yeah, I'm a hardcore Pepsi guy. It's always Pepsi products here at the Wolverine Garage. Man, the trolls are in full force tonight. Book them, Dano. It's 2 degrees. Wow. Yes. Nice and frosty. I now that you've told me about Mexican Pepsi and how it tastes, I used to have one of my jobs years ago. I worked with a Mexican lady named Gloria, and she knew I liked Pepsi, and she started bringing me Pepsis because she also worked at a Mexican grocery store, and she was bringing me Mexican Pepsis and for me to drink because she knew I liked Pepsi, and um I just thought that they didn't taste so good to me, and I just chalked it up to I just got an old Pepsi. But from what you're telling me, Max, I think that that's how bad Mexican Pepsi really is. I want to try a Mexican Fanta. Soda shop Pepsi is my favorite. Nice. If I could handle all the sugar, which I really shouldn't, um, I like regular Pepsi, but I drink a lot of Diet Pepsi. -40 wind chill by the weekend. Yeah, that's frosty. Hey Ari, it's 6. It's a balmy 6 degrees here. Strawberry tastes like medicine to me. The strawberry soda, the strawberry Fanta is okay. If I wanted strawberry soda, it's got to be Fago, which is just a cheap pop brand that's made in Detroit, and it's cheap. Like you can catch it on stale. You can get like 3 8 packs for $12. I mean, it's cheap, but it's good. It's good. That's the pop that I bring pop down to no name nationals and for everyone to drink, and it's just cheap pop, but it's good stuff. Rondo soda? I've never even heard of Rondo. Sad to see Fago here. Used to see Fago. Okay. 6 is chilly. 6 is flippin' cold. That ain't chilly. That's flippin' cold. Yeah, Moxie is bad. Moxie's bad, and they don't make it anymore. But Tab, I think, is the next worst one. I remember one of my mom's friends drinking that, and she gave me one day, and I was like, I heard hemisphere, and then I thought 426 Mopar Hemi. Yeah, that's right. Hemispherical combustion chambers, man. Now the polys are polyspherical. They're not hemispherical, they're polyspherical with canted valves like a big block Chevy. Some guys call the polys the semi hemis. My mom kept tab in the house. Oh yeah. Um, I watched a whole interview of ZZ Top, and it was Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard, and they're playing poker and telling stories. And those all three of those guys are just cooler than a 3-speed fan. And the whole time, Frank Beard was like sucking down tab, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's the only one who must be drinking that still." Just had to return. Had the return of the kid extended edition. Basically, like spending an afternoon with you. Oh, now that's nice. Shasta was always cheap. Yeah, yeah. Tab was evil. Yes, yeah. Oh God, Jolt was bad either. The only reason why you drank Jolt was simply before all the caffeine. And then Jolt Cola original wasn't that great. And then later they had their own cherry flavored one called Cherry Bomb, and then they had a knockoff Mountain Dew. And it all was horrible. Yeah, Jolt Cola, that wasn't quality. That was you only drank that because you wanted all that caffeine. Which, I mean, Jolt Cola by today's standards is nothing compared to like Monster and all that other stuff. Book 'em, Dano. Appreciate it, everyone. Blue Wrench Brigade is earning their wrenches today. Fago Rock and Rye cream soda are still and cream soda are still popular. That's Dr. Thunder. No, 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 no. You got to have Dr. Pepper. Any of those ones that are supposed to knock off Dr. Pepper, they don't taste like Dr. Pepper. There's only one Dr. Pepper. And no, it's not Mr. Pibb. I think Monsters. I drink probably one or two Monsters a year. If I'm really tired, really dragging butt, I'll drink a Monster because that'll really give me the kick of pants that I need. But I stay away from that stuff. I've got coworkers that drink that stuff by the 55-gallon drum. I swear. No, no, no. Stay away from Mr. Pibb. Get the doctor. The doctor knows. Good. Stay away from them. Mex and Indecisive, stay away from them. Those things got like 160 milligrams of caffeine in them. So you guys would be wound tighter than a spring. You'd probably want to pick your vehicle up and carry it around for 2 hours because why drive? You could save fuel just by carrying it. It's bad. I remember one of my friends, he bought some energy drink for the first time and he put that 16-ounce can right down and he was like, "Oh my God." He goes, "What did I do? I'm never drinking that stuff again." Oh, Nas today tasted like cough syrup. Was it the orange one? Yeah, those I don't care for that stuff. Yeah, I got coworkers that first they came to work and they were drinking um one 16-ounce can a day. And then they started graduating to two 16-ounce cans a day. And then they start bringing in the bigger cans. It's got the aluminum twist off lid. It's like, guys, why you need to drink? Oh, it's like it isn't working anymore because they're getting a tolerance to it. That's why. Why don't you just ride snowmobile? You're going to do that. A bunch of monsters. You must be a monster to drink a bunch of monsters. from the 44 is expensive unless you find it from an old garage somewhere. Red Bull and Jaeger. Yeah, that tastes like cough syrup. Well, the problem with Red Bull and Jaeger is alcohol is a depressant, and then you're mixing it with a stimulant. So, I mean, you're getting a cross action. I don't know why people like the Jaeger bombs. A depressant and a stimulant. I don't know. You want to take a nap, but you also want to get up and party. The new Mountain Dew ones are really good. The Mountain Dew, the weird tab, those really good energy drinks. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, I don't hardly drink them. Yeah, Jaeger bombs for the wide awake drunk that everyone loves. Instead of, man, why won't he just go to sleep? It's like, I'm ready to breathe some more. Didn't you have enough? And Jaeger, it's so thick and syrupy. It's really sugary, and it digests slower. How does heart react to so much caffeine? Not well. Coffee and Frangelico. Yeah. Or coffee and Bailey's. Yeah. Now that's good stuff. Um, it isn't. You're going to actually start seeing, if not already, people with serious heart conditions from all this overload of caffeine from all these energy drinks, or just lots of caffeine in general. I mean, around here in this area, Mountain Dew is king. For I mean, it's amazing. The one corner gas station I used to live next door to, they had in their cooler 3 shelves for Mountain Dew 20 ounces, and everyone would come in and buy their Mountain Dew and their smokes in the morning and gas. And midway through the morning rush, they'd have to run back to the cooler and top off the Mountain Dew 20 ounces. Otherwise, they'd run out of Mountain Dew. That's how much Mountain Dew left every morning. Best mixed drink to make and how to make it. Southern Comfort and pink grapefruit juice. Southern Comfort is vile and nasty garbage. I don't care for it anymore, but to each their own. Uh, Gin, a little vermouth, and some cocktail olives. Little make it dirty and put a little olive juice in there too. That's a martini. There you go. Uh, all those I know who are Mountain Dew addicted get kidney stones. Yeah, it's amazing. Well, like if I was throwing a party and I had all sorts of pop for free that everyone could drink, and I had a bunch of Mountain Dew and I had a bunch of Mellow Yellow, uh, we would hands down run out of Mountain Dew first, and then when there was no more Mountain Dew to drink, people would start drinking Mellow Yellow. Mellow Yellow is what you drink when there isn't Mountain Dew around. Gin and Squirt are my favorite. Whiskey and Squirt's good too. Well, you don't know that. I can't see the end. I promised myself it would happen again. I was tripping out on you. I was tripping out on you. Ah. I eat chocolate though. Well, I mean, Max, you got to have some sort of vice. It's all right. That's good. We don't know what you look like though, Max. So I imagine you look like you're 24. Call Wine and Rock and Ride, good stuff. Old cars are me vice. Ah, now we can get behind that. Good quality chocolate is good for your into. Mellow Yellow is was a song too. Yep. I'm just wild about Saffron. Saffron's wild about me. The song's all about getting it on. especially when he starts talking about electrical banana. Yeah, because Saffron, like the one line, I'm just wild about Saffron. Saffron's wild about me. Saffron is an aphrodisiac. It's used as an aphrodisiac. This is me. Yep, Jolt soda. Nasty crap. Nasty crap. You weren't drinking it for the flavor, that's for sure. See, I'm not real big on the flavored whiskeys. I'm old school. I like just regular whiskey. You know, give me a nice bottle of whiskey, Three Fingers rocks. Sip on that. It's good. I don't mix. Good whiskey, I don't mix. Cheap whiskey, cheaper whiskey, that's the stuff to mix. But yeah, I like Verner's or ginger ale, like Canada Dry. Verner's and whiskey is good. Squirt and whiskey is good. But yeah, normally if I'm having a cocktail, it'll just be a good whiskey on the rocks and just sip it. As big as Mexican sex files, I'm right in front of them. Ah, book 'em, Dano. Boom. Bye. You don't know me. You can't make, if you don't know me, you can't make uh, comments like that. Tell me some stories about Kessler whiskey. All right, I got a Kessler whiskey story for you. Slow day tomorrow. I'm not surprised, Mark. It wasn't exactly fast today either. Mark, welcome, by the way. Good to see you. Good night, all. Had a 10-hour plow day and I'm tired. Bye, Tim. Great seeing you. Oh, absolutely, Max. Absolutely. So, the Kessler whiskey, the guy that I know, he switched his game up. He used to drink a case of Budweiser and a fifth of Kessler's every day. And he stepped his game up, and now he drinks a case of Budweiser and a fifth of Patron every day. And yeah, he's usually passed out by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He has nothing to do and all day to do it, and he decides to drink it. Don't drink like that, kids. Yeah, he calls the Kesslers his uncle. He called it his Uncle Julius. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about somebody. Not just anybody, somebody. Just pouring myself a drink. Little ice water. Yeah, this jug I got. Yeah, this jug I got, stainless steel. It's thermal. It's one of those vacuum flasky things, and it's pretty awesome. My uncle gave it to me for Christmas a few years ago. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think it's like half gallon. Holds a half gallon. Just think, I could go to a party and mix a whole bunch of whiskey sours up in that thing and just sip from that all night and get all sorts of messed up. I don't drink like that anymore. Oh, right. Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa is a highly intelligent guy. Listen to him talk. Holy crap. The guy's smart. Yeah, Mex is pretty darn funny. I make a pretty damn good whiskey sour. I have my bartender's recipe for the sweet and sour. Oh, like make your own sweet and sour mix? That sounds good. I'd love someday we're gonna hang out, Ari. We are gonna hang out, even if we have to fly across the nation to do it. I'm ready for bed because I get up at 5 and start smoking till makes it back as sober as a smudge. Sober as a smudge. Remember the Cheech and Chong, one of the Cheech and Chong movies where they get hauled in front of the judge and Tommy Chong starts choking on something. He runs over and he grabs the judge's pitcher of water and takes a drink of the water, and then he spits it out. It's like, this is vodka, man. I love kelp from the ocean. Ari needs to be a no name this year. Well, hey, the good news is Ari has a lot more funds on tap now that he has relocated to his new area. So maybe he can afford it now. I hate the surreal, even if the dreams piss me off. I try to control it from the inside. Effing vacuum, man. The smoke. Ari's still spending money on his old cars. Of course he is. I remember a lot of my dreams. Oh, that would be excellent. When you drink, do you talk more or less? I'm about the same, believe it or not, Mark. I'm about the same. I just picked up the mother load of 62 Chevy pickup parts. Sweet. Remember a few dreams from childhood, though. Wow. His cheeks get red and his zingers get sharper. Yeah. I think Ari's seen me have a few beers then. Apparently that's me. I maybe from your perspective, ask your wife to answer that question. Yeah, this is true. Tried to climb Mountain Dew. Been pissed off at Jay Leno in my dreams. Why? How can you be mad at Jay? He's such a great guy. He's such a salt of the earth guy. I mean, what I like is when he takes someone out and he'll go get a pizza with you. He'll go to In-N-Out. He doesn't care. He's just a regular dude. I look up to Jay Leno. I think he's a cool guy. Personally speaking, that's my opinion. Why are you mad? Because he's keeping all the cool cars to himself? Remember the time I remembered a dream I asked Ma, was there like a movie in my sleep last night? And she told me, it learned me about dreams. Yeah. If you could meet one person in life, who would it be, living or dead? It would probably be Smokey Eunuch. I really respected him as a mechanic, and he really thought outside the box and was very mechanical. I think he'd be fascinating to spend some time with. Jesus would be cool. Hank Jr. would be pretty cool too, Ari. Remember Doug? I am from that neighborhood. I worked for 2 years in Burbank before Jay took over the Tonight Show. Ah, you're right. Okay. Burt Reynolds. That'd be pretty cool. I see him as an equal as other friends. The Z King. What's happening, Z King? French fries in the fish tank. Deep fries the toothpaste. And probably washes it down with orange juice. Go fold them clothes. Come back soon, Colleen. No, he wasn't on the radar when I was there. We all knew about his steam car, though, and he was driving fast during Olive Avenue to put out the fire. Oh. Dreams don't have to make sense. This is true. I've been in the audience for 2 Jeopardy shows back in 2002. Cool. That's actually pretty cool. It's my dad's birthday. Man, there's a little Euro bakery down the street from me, and I made the mistake of getting some pastries. New addiction made. Yeah. Our my boss, every once in a blue moon, he'll treat us to donuts from our one of our favorite um some of our favorite donuts in, but we don't get them very often because they're kind of expensive, but they're good. Child reading TV guide. I wondered what the F kind of name for a TV show was. Geo Party. In case it crashed. Dream of Donald Osborne. Geo Party. Getting ready for bed because I get up with the cat early in the morning around 2 a.m. Nice. Sounds personal. I want to get some TV guides and put them next to my moon pie in the truck draws some 20th century magic. That's right. Hey, Ari, you need to do a video of the changing of the moon pie. You haven't done that one in a while. CEO of Audrey. Oh, yes. Yes. He's very knowledgeable. He's very knowledgeable. And man, can that guy dress sharp or what? Well dressed. Can't believe it's not butter. Yeah, Donald Osborne. Yes. Now I know who he is. Now I recognize the name. Very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. He the last one I watched, Donald Osborne, he was driving a Cosworth Vega around. And I always thought those were pretty cool little cars. I think they're sharp with the black and gold. I've only seen like one, two. I've only seen two Cosworth Vegas in my entire life. Donald Osborne is also an opera singer. The same Donald Osborne or another Donald Osborne? It's actually like music I like. What's the Wasn't there a Cosworth Vega at the first? Yep, I wasn't there though, but yeah, and it had really, really low miles. I just think it's neat. And those Cosworth Vegas had electronic fuel injection too. So that was really neat. That's funny. Funny, Braden. Sometimes he sings in his videos with Jay. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Yes. Boy, that's gotta feel good, doesn't it, Ari? That's gotta feel good to sever ties with that state. Good for you, man. I'm happy. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. It's instead of for Ari, his theme song when he was leaving, it wasn't Get Out of Denver, it was Get Out of SoCal. Go! Get out of SoCal, Ari, go, go! Yes, make sure to keep the plates. Don't give them up. Amen to that. There was a Cosworth Vega in my township where I grew up. Cool. Cosworth Vegas are rare. They're not highly sought after, but they're just different and rare. I mean, what else? What other streetcar got a Cosworth engine put in it? Exactly. When I got Nevada plates, they made me take the sticker off the plate though. Escape from LA. Yes. Best Vega ever made. Yeah. Well, that isn't really hard to make a great Vega. Yeah, you're right. The Cosworth Vega was the best Vega. Everything else was garbage. Back in the day, though, Vegas, V8 swap Vegas were very common around here. Well, every one of them had a bad engine in them, so they had to do something with them. What would win a race? Cosworth Vega or Lotus Cortina? Um, maybe the Cosworth Vega? Your mama house so small you have to go outside to change your mind. Yeah, I don't hardly, most of the license plates I have are all Michigan. And I've got plates that I've been actively trying to find to fill in the gaps. Like I'm missing some of the 30s. I've got a few years of the 30s, but I'm missing a lot of those. Um, KFC was USB for chickens. uh, moving next month. I'm so excited. That's right. You're getting your own apartment. Good for you, Faith. I feel such an odd connection to that state for never been there. It's because you got homies here, man. That's why. You got homies in Michigan. Hey, Ari, Great Lakes, great times. Hey, Great Lakes, naturally salt, not ugh. Great Lakes, not salted and shark free. Jesus was in her yearbook. No, Jesus was the principal. That's right. Motor City, baby. Downtown Detroit is actually pretty cool. We've got an elevated train there. It's called the People Mover, and it just runs in a big loop. But it's actually pretty neat. It's free to use, and it takes you through like the Renaissance Center and Cadillac Place and everything. And it's nice. It takes you by the casino, and it's actually really like Greek Town. It's actually pretty cool. And it's way up high, so you get a good view, and it actually moves pretty fast, and it's electric. And that motor that drives that thing, even with a trainload of people, when that thing takes off, I mean, it slams you to the back. It makes that much torque, kids. It is amazing. I was impressed the first time I was on People Mover. Actually, Jesus was building an addition on the school. That's right. He was a carpenter. In the 60s, you still, if you're cruising around Detroit today, Max, you still see prototype cars driving the streets. Yeah, you'll see cars. You'll see line of cars. They come out to the east side, west side of the state too. They'll uh they'll have all sorts of vehicles, and they'll have aprons on the front and aprons on the back, and then um so you can't tell what they are, and then they'll be doing durability testing. And you see them a lot. It's more common in the east side of the state, but sometimes they come out west. Like when the in the late 90s, when they were still testing the uh, LS Chevy pickups, like the 2000s, the 99s. I remember big old trains of them coming through across the state, headed out to the expressway, and they were all aproned up. You couldn't tell what they were. It was neat. I remember seeing a hologram display that Ren Sen back when they first opened Renaissance Center. Yeah, saw Logan's Run hologram. Cool. Audi has proving grounds out there. Toyota as well. Cool. You mean testers? I mean show cars. They tested the new car in Vegas for the heat. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey, I appreciate all of my mods. Blue Wrench Brigade is earning their Blue Point tools tonight for sure. I don't know, Dano, but I'm real happy that that I've got you guys as my mods. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They're opportunistic. I'm telling you, man. They all are all watching you. Not all can be human. It's time for that crap. Why do we have tonight for college football? Hi, Blondie. How are you? Hi, back. They have your keyboard hacked, Dan. Coping mechanisms. Ah. In Tony's lives, look at each and every comment to catch them. It always gets tiring on the eyes. Yeah. Yeah, he's quite the lightning rod, isn't he? We just got done watching a Smokey Eunuch video, so she knows who he is now. Oh yeah, Smokey Eunuch was, God, that guy thought so far outside of the box that he took the box and he made really cool stuff out of it. I mean, he made his own flow bench by hand. I mean, the guy was smart, highly mechanical. He was a veteran too. That's where, and he never had any real proper schooling, I don't think. I just think he just was natural ability. Clean up on I-96. Did they finally get it pulled apart, Mark? Because usually it takes days to get the pile ups like that. Yeah, what Mark's talking about, there was 100+ car pile up on I-96 over by Hudsonville today. It was bad. No, I didn't figure they did, Mark. He was for sure on LSD. Order in the court, she asked for fries and a shake. Hit by a parked car. Who else, dead or alive, besides Smokey Eunuch, would I like to? Mickey Thompson. I'd like to talk to Mickey Thompson. I think Mickey Thompson has done more in the name of hot rodding than anyone else. I mean, Mickey Thompson did land speed racing, he did drag racing, he invented slingshot dragsters, stadium trucks. I mean, Baja racing. Mickey Thompson did a lot of stuff in his lifespan, and he was taken too soon from us also. Dipping fries in I'm more of a vanilla guy than I am chocolate, but yeah, yeah, fries in a shake is good. See, Colleen's right there with me. I actually like vanilla ice cream better than I like chocolate, and um, no, I love vanilla. Like Lady Dougster, we don't keep the ice cream in the house, but Lady Dougster, like on my birthday in the past, she's got me like you know how you got Neapolitan with three different flavors. Well, she got me one year that was three different flavors of vanilla. It was like vanilla bean, golden vanilla, and French vanilla. And man, that stuff was good. Soft serve? No, I'd rather have like hard, like scoopable ice cream. My God, are the trolls in full force tonight or what? Blue Wrench Brigade? I am the Dougster and I demand respect. You cash in your jewelry is what I expect. Boy, they are out. They are out thick tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've been looking for chocolate frozen yogurt. Nobody has it around here. They have fruit flavors, but no chocolate. It's a travesty. I could see that. All my Blue Wrench Brigade members, I tip my hat to you in appreciation. Most are old accounts. And I think other people just random fire make new accounts just to come in. Ah, good point. Didn't look at it that way. Unfinished. 777 unfinished. Right on. I've finally got my diesel heater out of the box, and I picked up a 110 volt to 12 volt adapter, and we I got it got the cord taken off or trimmed up on it and grafted it into the converter, and then I ended up riveting it to the case of it. So it's all together as one. Turned out really nice. Lady Dougster helped me. She really liked using my manual operated rivet gun. She's like, "This is cool." I'm 12 years old. So yeah, I've got diesel now. I've got the heater, and so I'm about ready to test fire it and see how she'll do in the shop. So I'm looking forward to first fire. And it's nice I won't have to run it on battery power. I can just plug it into the wall outlet. Have not matured much in the past 12 years. Yeah, I'm a lot more mature than I used to be. I used to be terrible. There was a time when I would say, "Fox dude, what's happening? Good to see ya." It's all good in the hood. I'm not used to low temperatures. There was ice on my windshield the other morning, completely unacceptable. Then, Ari, you're going to have a huge problem here in the Great Lakes state. Got to clear the snow off of the windshield and the side windows and pull out the ice scraper and scrape the ice off the windshield. Then you got to peel your windshield wipers that are froze to your windshield, brush all the snow off the hood so that doesn't blow in your face as you drive. And as a courtesy to other drivers, I'll clear the snow off the tonneau cover on my truck so I'm not flinging snow behind people as I drive. Yep, just a day and just part of my morning commute. Dr. Speck spent the day with us yesterday. We were going to the aquarium in Mazatlan when Mrs. Speck said that it was 500 pesos per adult. We let that dream go. That sucks. Man, you gotta be so proud of Dr. Speck, Max. I know I am, and I don't even know him. I joke. I just love the idea of being offended by ice on the car. I know. I'm just messing around too. What do you call a person a liar? Unwritten law says you don't grow by 60, you don't have to. Backside the ice scraper this morning to bust through. Yeah. That's funny, Max. I'm taking that one. We are sure are proud. Well, it's a lot of work to become a doctor, so good for him. Good for Dr. Speck. That was a lot of hard work to get there. Yeah. My Carhartt jacket is finally seeing its purpose. Carhartt, made in Detroit. Good stuff. The guy sitting in the outdoors office, doctor walks in and says, I have some bad news. I'm afraid you're going to have to... Stay toasty. So, guy isn't feeling good. He goes and sees the doctor. Doctor runs some tests, and he comes in and he says, well, Mr. Smith, I ran some tests and I have some good news and I have some bad news. And he goes, all right, doc, what is the bad news? And he goes, you have cancer and you have 9 months to live. And he goes, okay, wow, all right. What's the good news? He goes, see the blonde nurse over there, the one with the really nice figure? I'm taking her out this Saturday on a date. And the patient goes, Doc, why are you telling me that? He's like, telling you, I'm telling everybody. Oh boy, emergency responders headed to the fire barn. Something's wrong. Poor guys. Actually, I was an old man at 16. Wow. If your house works and needs the police to come out and stop traffic, the congressman can leave. Dr. Pepper. That's funny. The old joke is a guy says to his wife, he goes, "Honey, do you know the difference between sex and a hamburger?" And she goes, "No, what?" And he winks at her and says, "We should do lunch sometime." Mrs. Speck just changed her handle so you know when it's her in the chat. Nice. You break me, you get 1 year of bad luck. You kidding me? You break me, then 11 years bad luck. Wow, Braden, you got some good ones tonight. What's my channel about? We're mainly it's gearhead related, automotive, but we talk about everything. We talk about everything and nothing here all at the same time. I call it boldly going nowhere. I'm bouncing back between your live stream and college football, Indiana and Miami. Nice, Bruce. I like history in general, not just Michigan history, but I like history in general. But yeah, there's cool stuff happening here in Michigan. My God, are the trolls in full force tonight or what? This has actually been a banner crop for trolls this season. Blue Wrench Brigade. Get him, Max. Who wants it? Man, if I keep this up, I'm going to have to upgrade the Blue Point tools to Snap-on. Speaking of Snap-on, I've really had my eye on it's nicknamed the Taco Cart, but it's a Snap-on toolbox, and it's an aviation mechanics toolbox. And oh no, I buy I buy used stuff. The Snap-on Taco Cart is a large aviation toolbox. It has two banks of drawers on it, one on the front and one on the side, and it has a chemical cabinet in the back of it. And they come with really nice rollers with suspension, because obviously a aircraft mechanic has to bring his toolbox out to the Blue Wrench. Inspector Bruce is a moderator here on the channel, and they have the ability to time people out or hide them, and dole out disciplinary measures if need be. Yeah, it is a cool setup, and so yeah, I'd like to get myself a aircraft mechanics toolbox. I think that would be great between the two toolboxes that I have. And then that, I think I'll be set for tool storage forever. Why is a one night stand with a you ever it's covered in uh I like the smaller double slider box everyone has. Electric orange. Um Depending on if the toolbox that I find, depending on how good or bad the finish is. If the red paint still shows well, I'll just keep it red. But some of them I've been finding are kind of seen some rough use, and the paint's all chipped up. I may repaint it, and I may paint it like Petty Blue or something. My friend wants me to make a Richard Petty edition, custom Richard Petty edition toolbox. And he's got this. He picked out a silhouette of Richard Petty's, the silhouette of Richard Petty and his sunglasses and his cowboy hat, and he wants me to put that on the side of the box. It'd be cool. They have a sex drive. Rivian Blue reminds me of Petty Blue. Okay, aviation toolboxes are usually on a doggy. That's a frame with wheels because the heavy box needs to be wheeled around and to a parked aircraft. Yeah, a couple of them I've seen actually have tongues on them too, to be towed behind a cart or something. Yeah, yeah. I just think it's neat because you hardly ever see the aviation toolboxes. I found one that's an old MBC, letter MBC, aviation toolbox, and the price on that wasn't too bad, but I think I'd rather have a snap on just because. Yes, Petty Blue is patented. Patented. Oh, my box was a Kennedy cantilever. Kennedy was good stuff. That Kennedy was not crap. Kennedy made good toolboxes. Kennedy's usually were the choice of the machinists, I noticed. Yeah, Kennedy's all done, I believe, but they made good stuff. Blue wrench means you are untrustworthy. Tight seal. Hot. Now they're dead Kennedys. That's right. Brought over from Ireland. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time the machinists I know they all had the Kennedy boxes. My one snap-on toolbox I've kind of designated the one I have now. I haven't gotten the aviation box yet, but my other it's a I think it's a Casey Mears. It's like a mid 80s top box. It doesn't have the lower unit. And that one I've been putting all my machinist tools in, like my micrometers and my um, anything that's machinist related. It's been going in there, and I've been looking to get some more stuff. I want some calipers and some more micrometers and stuff like that. Like to get a dial bore gauge. I've got the the T handle bore gauges, but I'm actually looking for. I got bore gauges, but I want a dial bore gauge eventually. I'll find one. Kinkies when you tickle your girlfriend with the feather. That's your mom. I'd rather not know. No, my mom told me she found me when she under a cabbage leaf when she was weeding the garden one day. She was weeding around the cabbage and she moved the leaf and there I was. That's what happened. A guy complained to Tony that he made a comment about Scotty Kilmer. Of course, I said something. I, of course, said something derogatory about him. Tony told me he must have done something wrong because I have the best mods in the world. I've got the best mods. They've got my back 110%, and I appreciate each and every one of you. None to compare to you. Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. Sinead O'Connor. There's a name. There's a blast from the past. Ginger, welcome. What did I just walk into? All of it. Hi, Mark. How are you? Scotty Kilmer has only nasty things to say about Mexican cars. I have nothing nice to say about him. I don't think everyone else does either. Whoa. It's a breezy afternoon. I'm finer than frog hair, Mark. Yeah, nice and breezy afternoon. Single digits and high winds. Yeah, just great. Just great. The Dino Ponzi scheme. Ooh. My God. Book 'em, Dano. Booyah. My digits are analog. Ain't nothing wrong with analog. Still haven't changed the flat tire on the plow truck. Come on, Mark. You can't squish the snow if you got a flat tire. And you know that tire, it's only flat on one spot. It's fine all the way over here, but it's only flat on the bottom. So who wants the next? I don't want to hog them all. Plenty for everyone. Plenty for everyone. There are too many holes in the plot. Well, you know, Braden, oh, it's destroyed. That's bad. You know, Braden, I was thinking about starting my own OnlyFans, and but I wanted to have a mobile studio, so I was thinking about using taking a Winnebago to redo the interior, so it'd be my mobile studio, and then I'd rename it Awanabango. I gave me some filet mignon. Woo! It'll take more than that. 5 days away. Filet mignon. Good stuff. I tubed all my plow truck tires. That's smart. They identify as egg tires now. They even have chains on them. Nice. Yeah. Chains. Oh, geez, with those tubes, you could almost load them too. Put the old beet juice in them. That way you got some extra weight on your side. I was given a set of no, I bought them. They were cheap though, but I got two Mopar cop car wheels for next to nothing, and they had foam filled tires on them, and I cut those foam filled tires off of it, and man alive, that was a job. Yeah, definitely tube a tire. When we used to do demo derby type stuff, what we would do is, if you could get away with it, is we double tube a tire, where you would put two tubes in side by side, and you'd air up one on the outs. Of course, you'd have valve stem in normal location plus one on the inside, and then air them both up. That way, if you were to blow one tube, then the other one still holds air, and you don't have a total flat tire. And the other one is, one guy at one of the demo derbies actually had his tires foam loaded, and he got caught. And they about ran him out on a rail. It was bad. Like, there was almost fistfights happening because that was like blatant cheating. Only windmills, only fans might get you. Oh no, no. I'm kidding about the OnlyFans thing. It only comes once a year. That's right. Since the Taker in 2000 asked me if my dog spoke English or Spanish, I said neither. He's a dog. True story. That census taker was probably, well, around that same time he was watching too many Taco Bell commercials where the little Chihuahua would say, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." I didn't notice it was going flat right rear, and I drove it to the gas station. Then I noticed how rough it was driving. Oh well, yeah. And then you absolutely 86'd it. Yeah, we've all done that. We've all done that. Yeah, you're like, what's that smell? You look at the tire, and it's like, ooh, that's bad. Let's fall off. The dog was kind of a wiener. Groucho smell. Uh, Actually, funny thing. In the '90s, Taco Bell opened up a whole bunch of restaurants around Mexico City, and they figured that Taco Bell in Mexico was going to be just awesome, and it ended up being a flop because what Taco Bell was calling a taco is not what Mexicans call a taco. A taco is beef and onions, not with the lettuce and the tomato and the sour cream and, all that other stuff. So it ended up being, it didn't take off, and they ended up closing all of the locations. Well, when Taco Bell came back to the Mexican market and did it again, they made sure to say that it was um um make sure to say it was an American restaurant, right down to the soft serve ice cream, and then it took off. They were idiots, Doug. We eat fresh ingredients. Exactly. Exactly. I don't even understand why I would, if I lived in Mexico and had access to good taquerias and stuff like that, I'd never eat at a Taco Bell again. I'd be I'd be enjoying real good food. I mean, you should see in Grand Rapids how many taquerias there are now. There's uh all sorts of Mexican grocery stores springing up, and little taquerias and all sorts of good stuff happening. It's all great stuff. I'd rather eat that than taco smell. Oh, this dick move. uh, Fresh ingredients cures all sorts of ailments. Yes. Taco Bell is the only Mexican food I'd never eat. Taco Bell. Yeah. Yeah. Real ingredients. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to make. I learned a long time ago, especially when I worked at my last job, because I worked with a lot of Hispanics. Basically, even if you don't know what it is, when they say, hey, so and so's bringing in a dish to work and it's going to be this much, per person for lunch, are you interested? You say yes, because it's always, only once did I have a meal where I was like, I didn't really care for that. But most of the time, it's usually just awesome. Like the tortas, the Mexican sandwich with the shaved beef and stuff on it, and the ham slice. Those are good. You can make some spaghetti. Andrew, what's happening? Everything I eat is Mexican food, technically. This is true. He's not wrong. I went for blood work today. Afterwards, I got one of those chicken sandwiches from the cafeteria vending machine because I had to fast for 12 hours. Surprisingly, it was very good. Good, because sometimes the Wheel of Death machine isn't that great. Like, a lot of people complain about hospital food. And last couple times I was in the hospital, I didn't think the food was all that bad. Man, Braden, you're on fire tonight, bro. Woody and Buzz. uh, oh, man. Mark, where are you located? Obviously, somewhere where you need to use a snowplow. Uh, where do you call home, Mr. Sauve? The thing with hospital foods, they don't season it because none of that food is good for you, so it's tasteless. Yeah, um, I can see that. That makes sense. Did you get any results, or will that be later? Yeah, yeah. Probably will be later. He'll probably get his results in a few days or a week. Yeah, I've had so many people say, "Oh, hospital food is horrible, terrible. Oh my goodness." Ah, near Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. To you, Mark. Ah, near the capital. Okay, nice. So basically, you're like way north of me. I will come. Uh, you're so fake. uh, Dano, that's funny. Ah, she is a nurse. Yes, up in the great Canadian North, the Nort, where they get real snow. I mean, you can tell a difference from where I live. If I go like 100 miles north, the weather changes and it's usually a little snowier and stuff. So I can only imagine if I could go for like from here to Mark's house to up to Ottawa and see how much snowier it is the further north you go. Because I mean, I wonder how far, because that's still not, yeah, Ottawa is a good distance away from here. Yes, Quebec, not Quebec, Quebec. Suave. uh, it's because I originally asked him if he was related to Rico. Rico. Wendy, hi. Good to see you. No, I am not Jewish. I am in Southwest Michigan. I'm about an hour north of Indiana. I'm exactly to give you an idea exactly where I am in Michigan. I am halfway between Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Kalamazoo, Michigan. Quebec. Um, it's funny because everyone sees that and they have to ask, or they make anti-Semitic comments. So apparently, that's just what they do. They can't read; they just ask. Yeah, Old Mac is mid-state. How far is Traverse City from me? Traverse City is like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. Traverse City is straight north of me. Like if you look at the state of Michigan, and I'm on this side of the state, Detroit is like here. I'm on the west side of the state, and then Traverse City is like, because the map kind of goes off like a pinky. If you look at the lower peninsula, and then like right there is where Traverse City is. Traverse City is a cool town. There's a lot of rich people live there, but it's still a really cool. They couldn't decide, so you decided to stay in the middle. That's right, exactly. I'm just right. I'm here in the middle with you. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Sauve is French for either saved or runaway. New Vada and New Nebraska. uh, I'm the base of the middle finger. Yeah, Central Michigan. Come out of like the enduro guys. Yep. I have not been to the Sioux 500 yet. I want to check it out though, and it's coming up here real soon. It's in February. Sioux 500 would be cool. My friend who passed on, he would take his all his vintage snowmobiles up to the Sioux for the Sioux 500 because they'd always do the vintage snowmobile laps, and him and friends would ride his vintage sleds out on the parade lap, which I always thought was pretty cool. Good night, Faith. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, his TX 440s are just super, super, super nice. And I'd be honored if he would have let me drive one of those. Book him, Dano. Ma, good night. Take care. Great having you here, as always. Welcome, Dano. It has been, we've had heavy troll traffic. I will tell you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got zips in the wire. I guess we do. I guess we do. Need to get Cletus McFarland up to the Sioux 500. He'd probably freeze his ever living butt off, him being from Florida. I don't think he knows what to do in the cold. Yeah, there's a guy there's a guy by us who's legendary for building snowmobiles. And a number of years ago now, it's like 5 years ago, he made a bet with a whole bunch of guys at the what Braden's talking about is the Sioux 500 is the Sioux Locks. And the Sioux Locks is in the north side of the Upper Peninsula on Lake Superior, and that's how you get out off the river and onto Lake Superior. And it's a lock that actually raises and lowers the ship. And out in that area, they have a snowmobile race out on the ice, and it's a 500 lap race for snowmobiles. And it happens in February, and I have yet to go there myself, but it looks like a rockin' good time. And one of the guys around here, he's legendary for building some bad to the bone snowmobiles. And these guys were talking about how older sleds are garbage compared to today's snowmobiles. And this guy made a bet with those guys that he was going to go find himself a 20-year-old snowmobile, and he was going to build it, and he was going to he was going to lead the race with it. And so he kept his promise. He made a bet with those guys. He went and found a 20-year-old sled, and he built it his way, set it up his way, and then he brought it up to the race, and then they drop the flag and the race goes, and he's not in it. And they're like, aren't you going to race? And he goes, I don't need to. He goes, you'll see. So finally, like halfway through the race, while the field is all, getting into it and doing their thing, he lights up his snowmobile, warms it up, and then he comes out and he pulls onto the field, and then he just starts laying down laps, y'all. And he actually had a camera on his handlebars, and he was passing them. He was weaving through the traffic on the straightaways. He was passing people good. But when he put that thing in, because it's an oval, when he put that thing in the corners, that's when he really was passing people. That's when he would pass the majority of his people, was in the corners. And he, in like 4 or 5 laps, went from last place to first place, and he was leading. And then he just pulled in pit and shut the sled off. He proved his point with a 20-year-old snowmobile. That guy is a bad dude. I've seen multiple examples of some of the stuff that he builds, because he's like a 2-stroke. He's like really good with 2 strokes. He'll take two-stroke motorcycles and make them just fire-breathing dragons, snowmobiles, anything that he really works over, frickin' flies. New cars, tire has a curve, the whole damn thing breaks off, and you drive away. You drive away in an old car. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Things were made way better. New cars are. uh, my God, what is up with the trolls tonight? Book 'em, Dano. Hello, Alice. I love the enduro sleds. At the see what they have. Well, welcome, Alice. Alice in other book 'em, Dano. Normally, you can only run 2 drivers at the Subi. You can run 3 if they have pit stops. Troll's a troll. Yes, I agree 100 wholeheartedly, Max. Wholeheartedly. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. If not, get the axe. Blue Wrench Brigade is in full force. Warning, protected by Blue Wrench Brigade. Cruising at altitude 204 members and still love it. 270? I went up 3 subscribers then. Man, I'd love to see Dean at No Name Nationals. I'd actually contribute to help, just because it'd probably be pricey as frig to get Dean to Missouri, but God, it'd be cool. He'd be our own little celebrity. He'd get the Star Traveler Award. No, I'm only up to like 470. So before this live stream, I was at like 467. So I picked up 3 tonight. So that's cool. What about Tavo? Tavo is an Australian, and Dean is a New Zealander or a Kiwi, named after the Kiwi bird. I like Tavo. I wish Tavo could come hang with us too. You know, I really like how international we are. You know, we've got like-minded people all around the globe. And I think it's just fantastic. That'd be cool. That's too bad. You're from Massachusetts. Are you registered? No. I don't have anything to race yet. And I have a firm rule that I'm not going to race my daily because in an off chance if something bad were to happen, then I'm stranded in Missouri and I can't get home. So if when Chop Truck's ready, I'll bring it down and I'll for sure hustle it down the track. So Alice is from Massachusetts. Nice. I always wanted to go out east and check out that area. I've never been there. I want to check out more of that. Maybe go down and check out Boston. Yep, it's cold here, Alice. I'm in Michigan, so it's just as cold here. That 19 degrees feels like 10. Alice, it's like 6 degrees. I'll check the temp. It's 5 degrees right now. And it probably feels like negative. It's just been so windy and blustery here. We had a huge car pile up on the expressway local to me. No, I don't live in Coldwater. Coldwater is southwest of me or southeast of me. Well, you don't like the cold at all? Well, you kind of got to embrace it in Massachusetts. That's what we do here. You got to embrace it. Racing a stock daily is no worse than flooring it to get up to speed on the highway, unless it's a stick. Well, Mark, what I was saying is I'm not worried about breaking it. I'm talking about um, just going all the way from my place, which is it takes me over 8 hours to get down to Missouri to where No Name Nationals is. And so if something bad happens, I got to fix my truck and get home on my daily. Or if, let's say, something bad happens really bad and I put it in the wall and I really injure my truck, now I'm stuck 8 hours away from home with no way to get home. So do I know Timmy? No, that name doesn't sound familiar at all. I know some guys named Timmy, but not that. Not that Timmy. You said that with a nice accent. Nice. I used to race my daily every weekend, would drive 3 hours to the track and 3 hours back, but I hear you. Going down to 63 tonight. Love the plates behind me. Thank you. They're Alice, they're really old. All these are from that's from 1911. And so the one up high, the white with black numbers is 1910. So it's 1910, and then all the way over here is up to 1919 for Michigan plates. I collect Michigan license plates, amongst all sorts of other things. This one right here is special because the 5548, and it ends in the letter M. Well, the M stands for manufacturer. So that means in 1917, some car manufacturer here in Michigan was using that on one of their cars that they were testing for the car manufacturer. So that's actually pretty special. I've got way other specials, license plates like that. Sound like somebody from Elmo. Okay. Woo, negative 21 Celsius. Yeah, that's cold. For the longest time, I had a hard time understanding Celsius, and a friend of mine, she taught me a saying that helps. So, um, 30 is hot, 20 is nice, 10 is cold, and 0 is ice. Once she taught me that, it's like, oh yeah. So yeah, 30 degrees is a really hot day. Going down to 8 Fahrenheit tonight. Yeah, it's already beyond that. That's probably with the negative 21. It's probably with the wind chill. Wow, 45. That's hot. Be cool to check out, go visit Mex and get shown around, but probably a gringo like me would be a target. Probably hit 0 or maybe negative. We'll see. That's cold. No wind chill is negative 29. That's cold. That's cold, Mr. Sauve. Target of what, I live in a smaller town with nice people. Okay, I then that's perfect then. Never mind. I've just heard that sometimes the bigger towns that if the Americans can be targeted by bad people. That's good to know. Feels like 6. Yeah. Yes, they can if you're flaunting wealth, but I do not do that. Okay. Yeah, I would make sure. Yeah, I would make sure just to be yeah. Yeah, you're out throwing the paper about, yeah, you're drawing unnecessary. Yeah, you're right. Well, I'd love to come down and visit just to get shown around and have a real tour guide, someone I can trust. That'd be cool. See all that rust-free Mexican sheet metal, yeah, and just be like, "Wow, I'll take one of those, and I'll take one of those, and I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those, and two of those, and three of those with the naked ladies on them." I'll be like, I'll be like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you're near the ocean. I see. Oh, we have rusted by town. We have to travel for the clean cars. Okay. Yeah, there was a guy who would he was kind of a shyster, and he would go to Texas to the Gulf. He'd buy rusty Gulf cars and then bring them up to Michigan, and then he'd fill them full of Bondo and everything, and then sell them as rust-free cars with Texas titles, and people would buy them. And I'm just like, you unscrupulous bastard. Yeah, you are traveling a lot, but hey, what I'm impressed with is you've got a really good business going on, Mex. And what else is good is you are who you say you are. You're legitimate, and I like it. So, I mean, having someone trustworthy is huge. So, I like what you're doing, Mex. Keep it up. Yes, we have got a lot of snow, Alice. It's been snowing here since last Friday. It's been snowing every day, and I think it's going to continue to snow until I think Wednesday. Oh, yeah, info verified. Dump rednecks back. Thank you, Doug. Business is going to explode this year because I can offer shipping to U.S. on both sides of the country. Are the trails back open? Yeah, the trails have been open. We got enough. Yeah, trails are open. Well, it's only January, and we still got a few more months of this. It isn't until March until this stuff starts to go away. What keeps me plugging away is one of the best things that's always been a shot in the arm for me at the end of winter is when because I'm a big baseball fan and I like my Tigers. Now I know Braden's part of the Brew Crew, but I'm Tigers. But when pitchers and catchers report down in Florida, that's always been a sure sign that spring's on the way because they're beginning spring training. So that always kind of makes you perk up and all right, spring's on its way. Spring training's starting. Gonna be baseball soon. Oh, the brew crew goes out to Arizona for spring training. Yeah, Detroit goes down to Lakeland, Florida. Yeah, your brew crew actually did good this year. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of baseball teams go out west. Colorado with the thin hair. uh, well, my Tigers could be the best, they could be the worst, and I love them anyway. I mean, for the love of God, I'm a Lions fan. So, I mean, you know, I just like to see my boys doing it up. Once again, they could be the best, they could be the worst. Fine by me. Holy wah. We've been on for almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm having a good time, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make Danny Boyd go. No, there it is. uh, well, everyone, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. We made a new friend, Alice. Come on back again. You're welcome here. Have a good time. We had a good time with you. Come on back. Hang out with us again. So, everyone, let's be like the Beach Boys and let's get together and do it again. Be here, same Dougster time, same Dougster channel. Bye, everybody.